something, a couple $100 a week to put one out just in the neighborhood. That's how big things start. You've got to take that first action, turn it loose, create the groups, create the areas, write articles on the site. Then people can vote them up to the front page. We're going to start having our moderators go over articles that look powerful, have an area at the bottom of InfoWars. We're going to start having some boxes down there so I can point to the bottom, which is actually one of the best areas on a website for people to go find stuff. We're going to have a box that has a feed of what people are saying at planetinfowars.com. We're going to be adding more and more to planetinfowars.com. So check out planetinfowars.com. That's where they got me on 2 screens. Pumpkinhead on 2 screens. Help us. Help us. I wonder how Lord Moncton feels when he met me out there in person finally, and he's in the presence of hillbilly royalty. Alex Jones, Royal Hillbilly. Anyways, back to what I was saying, ladies and gentlemen. Now is the time. Now is the time. Now is the time. PlanetInfowars.com. And we've hired one of the moderators. She's going to be introducing you to her soon. She's going to be doing twice a week at least, and we plan to start having it every day. It'll be like a live feed down the road where she sits there at a table and takes your calls and then comments, almost like that show they have, Washington Journal on C-SPAN, where you sit there and talk about what's going on. PlanetInfowars.com is going to have twice a week news that's just on PlanetInfowars.com about the site, about what people are doing. This is about empowering you. This is about turning the power of the people loose. It's PlanetInfowars.com. All right, ladies and gentlemen, coming up, Greece is now publicly saying they're probably going to exit the euro. We've got that news. Max Kaiser coming up. Lord Moncton in studio for an hour and a half coming up after this break. We have also got this great image that popped up on the internet. Drone hunting permit. Hunting methods allowed all. No expiration, no bag limit, emergency issue, American citizens only. If you want to see it, it's at the bottom right-hand corner of Infowars.com right now. And you can also link through there and see the video that we're about to play here in a moment that breaks down some of the features and things at PlanetInfowars.com. By the way, national polls come out routinely. Over 70% of Americans are now pro-Second Amendment. It was 50-50 back in the 70s under the brainwashing. It was over 70% were pro-abortion in the 80s. There's a new Gallup poll out, and this is with even mainline adults. It's even higher with young people. Only 41% now support abortion. So the numbers have more than reversed. And it's over 75% with people under the age of 20. And the last poll I saw, this one is on a wide spectrum of adults. So be sure and check that out. Pro-choice Americans at record low. Because it's not a choice. It's killing a child. I know a lot of you get really offended about this, but it's eugenics. You've been sold how great this is. It's an anti-human program. Okay, and I'm sorry. That's where it came from. Look it up. You can debate whether it's the right or not, I mean, in your worldview. But let's just be honest about where this came from. Now they're saying kill grandma. Bill Gates is. Look it up. If you don't believe me, just say Bill Gates endorses death panels. Look up Planned Parenthood and eugenics. Look up how they say kill people up to age 3 now, these top professors. This is real. This is happening. This is going on. But the point is, more and more, despite all the globalist propaganda, people are waking up. We're going to go to the audio for radio listeners and the video for Prisonplanet.tv viewers of the promo rollout of PlanetInfowars.com. Here it is. And we will then come back from break with Lord Moncton in studio with us. So here it is. The New World Order. They attend Bilderberg. They've turned the internet into a giant illegal spying operation, with Google admitting that they're basically an NSA, CIA front. But despite all of that, their little propaganda stunts like 2012. Let's stop right there. We can't. Hey, it's awesome. This Planet InfoWars is so awesome that 2 videos play at once. You gotta love that. See, they couldn't play one on air because they thought it wasn't playing because the other one was already playing. And so that's just awesome. You know what? The video's up on Infowars.com if you want to see it. Last time I checked, that site's available. It's called Infowars.com. It's right there for you. You can also go to PlanetInfowars.com, and the video is there as well. So, again, if you want to see that presentation, it is available at Infowars.com, and it goes through some of the features, and it pretty much announces and launches the website and tells you why we have it. So that is up at PlanetInfowars.com if you want to see that video and hear that audio where I rally the troops to take action against the globalist. But again, Lord Monckton is coming up in the next segment, and we're going to get into authoritarianism. Its main push is under the rubric of environmentalism, not real environmental issues, but carbon taxes, globalism. Carbon dioxide is evil. Carbon dioxide is bad. Carbon dioxide has got to be stopped. Carbon dioxide is evil. We've got to have home inspections. We've got to have green police. We've got to have spy satellites and drones watching the farmers. You can't build a barn. Hay is a toxic pollutant. Shut down the coal plants. It's post-industrial. It's war being waged against this country. Do you remember the announcements that were made about how the coastlines were going to be by the year 2010 underwater, and polar bears can't swim? My son went to a homeschool private school, Christian school, 2 days a week. Nice people there. But because they're accredited, it had Michelle Obama loves you, she tells you what food to eat, your little pamphlets, and polar bears can't swim, help save the polar bears, you know, do a class project on that. I mean, polar bears are the greatest land swimming animal. They've been recorded swimming up to 300 miles. They hunt on the ice floes, but they play this ignorance game and show people ice floes and say, look at them, they're going to die, the babies on the ice floe. They're hunting whales and seals on them, okay? They go out and get on the ice packs in the floes and then later get back off and go back to the mainland. That's where they go out and hunt. But they sit there and do that. And meanwhile, this is distracting from all the real issues. We'll be right back. Stay with us. Big broadcast lined up. Lord Monckton straight ahead. PlanetInfowars.com. Please help us get it out to everybody. And I want to invite all of you out there to be in on the ground level. It's waiting for you to breathe power into it. PlanetInfowars.com. All who love liberty are welcome. All that serve tyranny will be defeated. It's now out in the open. World government is here. It's in our face. A corporate fascist system surveilling us. Google, Facebook, Twitter, all promote the New World Order. They attend Bilderberg. They've turned the internet into a giant illegal spying operation, with Google admitting that they're basically an NSA, CIA front. But despite all of that, their little propaganda stunts like Coney 2012 have been blowing up in their face because we have people power. Planet Infowars is about people coming together, forming activist organizations, getting involved politically, hunting and fishing, gardening, dating. Whatever the case is, this is a place for people who love freedom. And that's why I have created PlanetInfowars.com as a vehicle for you to meet and to talk and to write and to post information. This is your tool, your website. And I want to invite all the other alternative media to come in to PlanetInfowars.com and to synergistically meet and turn loose your potential. For more than 6 years, I've talked on the air about creating a social network. But I was so busy with my radio show, the documentaries, all of it, that I never did it properly. We launched a small little plug-in social network. It got more than 40,000 members in just a few months and basically crashed. And then I never revisited the subject until the last year. And I went out to a public event, a UFC fight. Joe Rogan invited me to it in Austin. And 2 different couples came up to me and said, man, we wish you'd set up a social network again. Where did it go? And I said, oh, it was just some little free program. It couldn't handle all the traffic. And in both cases, at that same evening, they said, we met 4 different people, 2 couples, on your little plug-in site at Infowars.com, and we now have children. And since then, it's happened a couple other times. So I realized a social network is important so people who love freedom can get together. That's what Liberty Lovers is going to be all about a section we've created at planetinfowars.com. Whether you live in a small town or a big city, you can reach out to people in your area so that we can win the future away from Obama and Mitt Romney and all these globalists that try to give us all these fake choices. And I give you this pledge. We are not going to spy on you and surveil you and sell your data to the New World Order. PlanetInfoWars.com is free. PlanetInfoWars.com is powered by you. We're going to have our articles up there. We'll have video feeds and stuff up there. But this is all about you getting together and organizing the resistance against the New World Order. Ron Paul's been great, but he himself has said this is simply a focal point for people that are already awake. Well, this is Ron Paul 2.0. This is Alex Jones 3.0. This is humanity 4.0 to the power of infinity. This is about taking action. This is about turning humanity loose. Connect with people who are awake and know what we're facing. Be active. Organize. Take action. Go viral. Create. Contribute. Resist. Because resistance is victory. You are victory. And the rally point is PlanetInfoWars.com. And we are back on this 23rd day. It is a Wednesday. Thank you for joining us. Now, for the next hour and 25 minutes or so, Lord Christopher Monk is going to be in studio with us. We're going to him in just a moment. But here's some of the new headlines out. There's a new term out there. And no, it's not Charlie Sheen saying winning. This is losing. The new term is not suckered or scammed. It's zuckered. After the founder and the guy that called his users dumb effers, well, he is in a lot of trouble, obviously, as the pump and dump gets exposed. We told you last week it had all the hallmarks of a pump and dump. If you don't know what a pump and dump is, they get a bunch of suckers who aren't savvy in the stock market casino in there, sell it for a lot more than it's worth, and why should those doing it care? Because they're just going to profit either way and be able to sell it off. And that's what's already happening. Morgan Stanley is under review for it. NASDAQ would have pulled stock. Again, they're calling it Zuckered. Massachusetts, the state is subpoenaing. Investors are suing. Insiders got greedy. They knew the jig was up, that the site was already starting to decline, having problems. Even Zuckerberg sold. Now, ladies and gentlemen, if he doesn't go to jail, remember Martha Stewart, she sold almost nothing in her stock and was routinely doing it. Didn't do anything wrong. I've reviewed it. Had a lot of experts on. She went to prison because the big corrupt people on Wall Street, the insider cronies, most of them like Goldman Sachs funding the global warming movement, they're above the law. MF Global head Corzine, billions disappear, wires it to London, lies and says he didn't, comes out in Congress he did. The Chicago Mercantile Exchange head comes out and says, no, he was in the meetings, he did order it. Doesn't get in trouble. If Zuckerberg does not get in trouble, ladies and gentlemen, this is incredible. The fact that he sold the day it went public, that is insider trading up one side and down the other. What an arrogant person. Even if he thinks his users are dumb effers, as he said, for trusting him. Why would he say that in an interview? These people are arrogant. I've been at parties with the president of Facebook a few months ago when the head of Smashing Pumpkins took me to a big party at South by Southwest. Al Gore had been in town, but he wasn't at the meeting, at the party. And some of these guys are running around. The point is, they are very arrogant. I was taken back by how arrogant and on power trips they are. And pride goeth before a fall. And this is incredible. If Martha Stewart went to prison, then Zuckerberg's got to go. He's got to go. He's got to go. I mean, most of the experts were saying this stock was going to tank. But he was up there hyping, saying it was a good, first release of the stock. It was great. This looks like, and has all the earmarks of textbook insider trading. But again, they like to burn somebody like Martha Stewart. The average person thinks she's rich when she's nothing compared to these billionaire scammers. And then meanwhile, the billionaire scammers are always pushing in Wall Street for higher taxes because they get that money through banker bailouts. They're the ones right across the line pushing carbon taxes. It was Ken Lay of Enron came up with that. Then they blame capitalism for what they've done and say bring in socialism to fix it when they've impoverished